This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below.
Hey guys, Closet Weeb here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. Now, today's video is one born of curiosity. What you can see on your screen right now is the iconic Toyota AE86. The car is a bit of a cult legend for a couple of reasons, really. Firstly, for being essentially the main character in the Initial D anime. Ta-da! And secondly, for being the car of choice for the man who was credited with inventing drifting, Keiichi Tsuchiya Dory himself. But when you strip away all the fangirling and unconditional love for this car, it's a car with 122 brake horsepower that weighs just under a ton and will do 0 to 60 in around 9 or 10 seconds. So when Toyota announced a new 86 was coming out, everyone was pretty excited, including myself actually. The new car, the Toyota GT86, boasted 200 brake horsepower, a big improvement from the old 80s 86, and was also a car centered around handling, although saying that they did ship it with Prius tyres, a decision that I still don't quite understand. So I thought it would be a fun idea to pitch old and new against each other and see which 86 is fastest in a hot lap competition here at Ibisu Higashi. Now, I actually drove this track recently in a drifting video, but today is all about grip driving and getting as much lap time as I can out of both machines. First up is the old 86. Let's see what this old girl can do. Right then, so rolling out the pit lane in our 1980s Toyota Corolla. Of course, the AE86 in the Panda Torino paint scheme, as it's probably best known for. Very distinctive sound in this game. In terms of cornering characteristics, you're already seeing them. The car likes to slide, but that's how you get the speed out of it. We'll be using a heel and toe around here as well to try and maximize our corner entry. And right now, you're already seeing the weakness of this car. Not very much power at all, so it's all about taking the speed through the corner and making up time that way. And warming the car up to third gear. We might grab fourth down the hill here, we will. Nice and easy on the way in. Third gear and exit, and as you can see, we're kind of in between gears there. Now here comes the saddest part of a circuit. Come on, girl! You can do it! Both feet on the throttle, it does nothing. So coming up over the crest to start our first flying lap. Take fourth for a second. Second on the way in, you have to attack the corners here, get on the throttle nice and early. Get the car rotating. A little bit of left foot braking around here to get the nose in. Trying to carry the speed sideways through, not the fastest way through, but it's good to eke out or try and find time early on. Oh, big lock up into there. No ABS or traction control, of course, in this car. All down to the driver. Some argue that that's the only way to drive, and I'd be hard to argue against you. Trying to get on the throttle nice and early, try and build the revs early. All the power's right at the top. I say all the power, there's not much up there, but it's better than being at low RPM, I tell you that now. Let's try and attack this bottom corner a bit. Third gear. I just wish I had another gear there. This is where we lose a lot of our time compared to the modern car. I'm only going to give myself 3 flying laps in each car. Hopefully that'll be enough to get an idea of the speed of this thing. I have no idea what sort of times to expect. It's my first time driving this in anger around here. First time was a 12.9, not bad. See if we can bring that down a bit. Be a bit cleaner through here, use a bit of the curb. Try and open up the chicane a bit more. After turning in so early, car rolling a bit. We are using the stock 86, if you were wondering. Not the tuned version. Get him lock up on the way in. Just stepping on the throttle there, just trying to keep the wheels spinning, trying to keep the revs up. If the revs die on this thing, so does the lap time. It's so tempting just to give the clutch a big old kick through there, but it's not going to help me at all. Definitely can find some time down here, I think, if I'm a bit more aggressive. have to wait for the front end just to stop sliding there before you can get back on the throttle. It was quicker through there though, so we should hopefully gain a little bit of time over our last lap. Come on, 86. I believe. Take 3 temps out. Come on, let's go a bit faster than that. Oh, that's not the fast way around there, Jimmy. Just got a little bit too impatient there, the gear change. Let's just keep it. Come on! This car's so much fun. Not the best way of driving it though, but can flat shift into third gear. Give me something, 86, please. I fear the lap's already lost because of my mistake at T1, but we weren't awful through there. Middle sector was okay. Looking up on the way in again. Back on the power so early there, that was better. If this is an improvement, I'll be annoyed because that means we could have gained quite a bit of time at T1. Here we go. Oh, it's so slow up the hill. And across the line, it's going to be a 12.485 for the modern GT86 to beat. Now, I don't really know where the other car's going to step up against it. The other car does weigh a bit more than this. It weighs about 1,250 kilos, so about a 300 kilo difference between the two cars, and about 80 horsepower or so different. So really, on paper, I think the GT86 has it, but of course this circuit is very much a handling track, so we'll just see what happens. So more than 20 years later now, here is the GT86. First thing I've done is turn traction control off because we don't need that, and I must say it's very weird seeing a sort of TV screen there in a car that is supposedly based around handling. We are using the Eco tyre to try and simulate this car in its stock form with the Toyota Prius tyres. Again, a lot more power in this thing. We also have ABS as well. We don't have that in the old 86, so that might be a bit of an advantage into some of the braking zones. Nice and easy outlap. Again, heel and toe in this thing. Nice and manual experience. Car still gets very easily sideways, especially on these Eco tyres. They're very thin, not much width to them. Let's see how we do. Car already feels heavier through this section. This is where our advantage is going to come straight away. So here we go then, the first lap in the modern 86. We have a 12.485 to beat. Let's see how we do. Coming across the crest then, we'll take 4th just as we get to the top of it. And down into T1 for the first time. Wow, the brakes are a lot better in this thing, second gear. Oh, Christ. Okay, that's not the fast way of doing things it seems, but it looked cool anyway. Wow, you can really attack this compared to how you drive the modern car, although still understeer coming into play there, right at the end. Gotta get used to the grip this thing has, but wow, the front tyres scrub massively. That's the Eco tyre coming in there, and the extra 300 kilograms, I think, trying to push the car through in the same way I did the old car. Not really a car you can push on these tyres. But again, downhill here, and any sort of straight line, we're going to be gaining quite a bit of time. Third gear. Bring it to the inside on the throttle nice and early. But even with the Eco tyres, the car feels a lot more planted. That could be because it's heavier. Who knows? Anyway, first lap coming up. Again, a 12.485 to beat. Let's see how we start off. With a 13.5. That wasn't the best lap I've ever done. It felt quite slow. So we'll try and do a bit better this time around. Trying to get it sideways there. You see the skid marks on the track from my last mistake. Be a bit later on the throttle. There you go, that's better. Using a lot more of a circuit that time. Already 7 tenths up, wow. So that's a big improvement. Oh my god, the understeer there at the bottom. Come on, Jimmy. Need to really be on that better, being a bit more aggressive now into some of the corners. I think I'm having to just work with those front tyres. They aren't the most cooperative, it feels. How are we up on our split, if at all? We'll find out at the bottom of the hill here. 1.5 seconds. Wow, this could be a 12 already. Are we going to smash the old 86 on the second lap? Surely not. Here we go then. And it's a 1:12.3. We've gone faster. Faster than the old 86. There's definitely still time in it though. Let's see if we can extend that gap somewhat with some better driving from me. Definitely my driving getting in the way here and not the car, it feels like. Some time to be had down at this hairpin, I think. Late on the brakes, about as late as I want to be. That was so much better at the hairpin. They were actually down by a 10th in the first sector, but the hairpin alone, I think, gained me that time back. Using the uphill there to brake a little bit later. Here we go, back down. Let's really attack this bottom corner now. Let's use all that ABS. Oh, that felt faster. We were right on the edge there. Any later, and I would have probably underseen off the circuit, and you don't come back from that corner when you go off, trust me. Come on. We've already beaten it by a 10th. Can we go any faster? Over the crest. Flat shift to 4th. And we've got into 11s, a 1:11.6, so 0.8 of a second faster than the old AE86 around here at the Ibisu Higashi circuit on similar tyres, I'd say. I'd actually say the tyres in this car might be a smidge worse than the ones we had on the original 86, but I still think that having a car that was essentially 30 years younger, only that 0.8 of a second faster around this circuit, goes to show just how great that car was for its time, the old 86. And I must say as well that the old car is a lot more fun to drive than this is, but that's subjective. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat interesting. I really enjoy doing stuff like this because I get to drive cars that I enjoy. If you did like it, make sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you really liked it, hit subscribe and the bell notification icon, because that way you get notified whenever I put up new videos or whenever I go live on stream. As always, a massive thank you to my patrons and to my sponsors and sticking by me whilst I've been a little bit absent recently. Take care, have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.